What is the opportunity here for you as a business?
Huge opportunities, you see, in SMR. The size of that market, we think the addressable market is about 400 equivalents of our SMRs. Huge opportunity coming forward. As you think about how we're going to support energy resilience going forward, it has to figure. We have a leading position in that market. As you said, we won the contract with the UK government for the first 3 small modular reactors. We've actually won a contract with the Czech Republic for up to 6. We're in final stages with Sweden for their small modular reactors. And we're actually looking at entry positions in the US. I mean, the US market, you have a nuclear ambition to go from, I think it's 100 gigawatts to 400 gigawatts by 2050. Massive opportunity.
Yeah.
And we've been, building nuclear reactors for submarines, for nuclear submarines, for more than 60 years. And our small modular reactors are the largest on the market as well.
You've really been selling into government, and it's interesting at the moment that for us, it's all about the hyperscaler demand as well. And we have seen this nuclear renaissance bear fruit when you've got Amazon with X Energy, when you've got Alphabet going with Kairos Power. Do you talk to the hyperscalers, or is it more about the US government, given your defense leaning?
No, so absolutely we're talking to the hyperscalers right now, where the initial focus is on governments and utility companies. But the hyperscalers are absolutely talking to us and interested in this. If you think about, as you said earlier, the growth in AI, the energy that's going to be required to provide that continuity and resilience, SMR will absolutely figure in that. So those conversations are underway across the globe, not just in the US.
Helen, we spent a lot of time in the last year speaking to Oklo and X Energy, the kind of more small, nimble startups in SMR on this program. What's the Rolls-Royce advantage? What makes your technology better than the newcomers to the field?
Fantastic. So thanks for the question. So we've been in this area for more than 60 years. Yeah, we have built nuclear submarines with nuclear reactors, which is consistent technology with SMRs for the UK Navy. So we've got leading technology, proven technology. It's based on proven fuel supplies as well. In addition to that, our SMR is the largest on the market at 470 megawatts. That means from a cost and efficiency perspective, it's one of the most efficient. Actually, more comparable with energy and wind, but importantly, more consistent, so it doesn't have the latency issues. And very importantly, our SMR construct, 80% of it can be modular built. So you can construct it in the factory, and if you think about almost like a Lego block, and then you take it to build it on site, so it means the construction is much shorter, and it means the risk factor is much lower as well. So we do have that leading position with that distinctive technology.
Helen, in the defense tech context, the political and strategic environment's really changed. Not just in the United States, but like Western allies overall. Could you just kind of give me your outlook for your next gen military turbofans, combined cycle engines, and what's changing for you?
So as you say, lots of activity in relation to investment in defence at the minute, both in the US and in Europe. And we've got a very strong position in the defence business, not just in what we provide for military operations, but actually how that shows up in our energy business within power systems. We have a very strong governmental position there. We have got leading positions in Germany and Europe. We have got leading positions in land and naval. And with the spending particularly that's happening in Europe, when people are talking about increasing NATO commitments, where we expect to see that show up in the short term is actually in land and then naval. In our power systems business, that governmental business is 25% of our revenues. So we're very well positioned, to support that growth and to capture those opportunities going forward. So short term, that's where we see it will show up, and longer term, we expect to see it show up in our defence business, but very exciting.
I mean, talk to us about the positioning for the long-term opportunity here, because you're the CFO, you're thinking about how to finance all of this. There has been some reporting around the SMR part of the business. Maybe you think of outside funding, even talk of an IPO of that unit. What are you thinking about longer term to finance all of this?
So SMR, we're not IPOing that, just to be clear. So we're investing right now to support growth across all of our businesses. But if I maybe focus on the governmental business, just within the last 6 weeks, we've actually invested more than £100 million in the US alone to support the growth of expanded production, be that in defence or data centres.
Do you have to, because of the administration, invest more in the US?
No, the US is an important market for it. It is very important that we continue to grow our position here. It's one of our home markets, so it's the right thing for us to do. But across our business, since we put our transformation together, we've actually increased investment each year, while we've delivered this results. And we're investing now for the longer term. Some of the investments that we're doing in our defence business, the platforms and the programmes won't come into operation until the 2030s. So the long-term growth is happening right now.
Helen, Rolls-Royce is so aligned with Airbus, but the strategy of this present administration is to use Boeing as like a negotiating tool, in international markets. How do you see that playing out? Do you participate in a US administration that's focused on Boeing if you're so close to Airbus? By the way, massive aviation nerd, I care about the propulsion as well as the fuselage, which aircraft I'm on.
So what I'd say is we have got a very good and strong relationship with the US administration. And we've got a very good relationship with Boeing and Airbus. So that's how we lead into that. We've had a presence in America for more than 100 years. We have got 5,000 people across 26 states that work for Rolls-Royce. It is one of our home markets. So that is how we approach those relationships with the administration in the US. And it has worked incredibly well, and it will remain a very important market for us going forward.